Okay, here comes part two. Now just before I start part two, I'll give you some idea of what it would cost to buy this light show that we're looking at the moment. So that's the two VU1s. We've got two star balls, one Revo, I'm reading this, two penguins or Electras, the two scans, three lasers, all those lights. If you went out to buy them tomorrow, it would cost you about 2,600. That's not including the stand. The trussing's pretty cheap, another 100, 150 bucks. So pretty close to 3 grand for a lighting system that you see here now. It's a pretty big outlay, but you've got to remember I've been doing this for 20 years, so it's taken me 20 years to get this far, and I'm still not quite happy with it. There's going to be a few changes to the light show soon, but that's a whole other video. So, okay, enjoy part two. Okay, so basically this is light show number 2. We've got two VU1s linked, master slave, and you'll see the Revo in the middle. Okay, so this is basically light show number 2. I've got the ceiling with lights on it, and I've got the VU1s doing the dance floor. I basically like to keep the dance floor as dark as I can. I know it's hard to believe with all those lights, but like I say, I don't usually turn them all on at once. The only time I turn them all on at once is like if the dance floor is absolutely packed, then I'll turn them all on at once. So this is basically, yeah, the light show as people start to dance, that's what they see. Sometimes, again, depends how big the party is, I will leave the star balls on as well, but if there's not very many people dancing, then the star balls go off. If there's a lot of people dancing, then the star balls will stay on. This is light show 3. It's basically the scans. I've got the two Electras up the top, we call them penguins, and then we've got the two they're dynamo scans. I'm not sure whether you've got them over there, but they're not LED, they are halogen scans in the middle, pointing right at us now. So that is the third light show, the scanning light show I like to call it. There's 4 scans doing their thing, and again, if it's a really busy dance floor, I will put the star balls on as well. Okay, now the laser show. I usually take 3 to your average party. If it's a bigger gig like schools and stuff, well, you know me, I'll take about 7. Now I've got one in the middle that is scanning the crowd, and then I've got 2 on the outside, which most of the time is shooting up above their heads. Now, people are still asking about the dangers of lasers and what it can do to their eyes. This is the basic philosophy that I can share with you. If you're standing in the middle of the dance floor and the laser is too bright to look at, which means you can't look at it without turning away, then it's too bright, right? So you cannot use it to scan the crowd. Use it to scan above their heads. If you can look at it, then it's fine. You can use it and scan it into the crowd. So the one in the middle, I'm using to scan the crowd, and the ones on the outside, most of the time, are shooting above their heads. It does scan down into the crowd every now and then, but most of the time it's up in the air. So that's the laser show. Now, on the odd occasion where I do put everything on, basically I point some of the lights elsewhere. So I've got lights filling the whole room. Obviously I've got a Revo up there, and what I do with the Electras or photons, I change the angle and put them on the opposite walls. Right, so I've got the walls going, I've got the roof going, and I've got those Electras scanning on the dance floor, and of course the scanners scanning the whole room, doing everything, and the lasers doing their thing. Again, you don't have to concentrate everything on the dance floor. Cover the side walls, as I said, and everybody does the roof, and then you've got your dance floor lights. So cover the whole room, makes your light show look bigger than it actually is. Okay, so there you have it. A quick summary. I have 4 different light shows. I switch between all 4 of them. It's basically so it's not boring. So when someone looks up, you know, each time they look up, there's something different happening. It's not the same light show all the time, right? So vary your light shows. Don't concentrate every light on the dance floor. Spread your lights around so the whole room is covered. And you know, don't try and buy every single light that looks good out there. Just because it's a great light doesn't mean you have to have it. You know, if you have too many different lights up on your truss, it just looks a bit messy, you know. It just looks uncoordinated. It just doesn't look like you know what you're doing. There's just lights everywhere. So yeah, try and make it look symmetrical and balanced like mine. So you know, that's my philosophy on designing your light show. If you have any more questions or if anything a little bit unclear, just let me know, give us a buzz. That's what I'm here for. Practice and enjoy.